Hello, this is Susan, and welcome to the treasure chest of your precious life. I'm here today to speak with you about this, what I'm calling David and Goliath moment in history. It's actually been going on for a long time, and in essence, this David and Goliath moment in history has been going on since the fall of mankind, which relates to our primary disconnection as a collective from our true source of power, which is spirit, universal abundance, the all that is, whatever you want to call it, love, divinity of love. That is our true power source. And as a collective, we separated from that. We disconnected from that, and it's known as the fall. The fall. We went into survival. And when you're in survival, you feel like you have to use all sorts of crazy patterns of false power, power over, misuse of power, etc., to scramble out of survival and get back into the field of creation, which is what we're here to do. We are grand creators. So there has been this battle going on since the beginning inside every human, right? A battle inside. I don't have what I need. That's what survival's about. I don't have what I need. I don't feel I'll be taken care of. I don't have my connection to spirit, basically, right? I don't have that, because if you feel you have what you need, it's because you feel you are connected. That's why we crave connection. We want love in the biggest way possible. We want peace. That is connection. Peace is not get away from me. I want everybody to go away, and I want the world to go away so I can be in peace and harmony. That's the old hippie peace. Peace is a deep sense of love and compassion for all life, humanity, the world, all of that. That deep sense of yes. And right now, it is the peaceful warrior that is required. That David figure who is in creative alignment with spirit and inspired action. Yay! David and Goliath moment. Goliath being the overpowering power used to stand up for oneself when we feel weak and fallen, right? We have to misuse power. And that's the war that's been going on for a long time in the outer, and in the inner is where we want to look at it today. Because the war inside starts with that feeling of survival, just being on survival mode, fight or flight. I have to fight for my life. Wasn't that long ago, recently, that I found a part of me that was still on fighting for my life. Great Scott. I didn't realize it was still had so much weight, that feeling of I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to please this person, I got to make this work, fighting for my life. That kept the war machine inside me alive, doesn't it? When you're fighting for your life, you have a war machine going on. It's a battle. I have to fight for my life. I have to be afraid of life. I have to protect myself. I have to defend myself. That's the fear and the fight. Attack, a fear of being attacked. Attack, afraid of being attacked. And that's what's playing out in the world. So there's all sorts of fun things we can do to change that dynamic. The first is understanding. The second is, instead of being in a place of fighting for your life, it's honoring your life. I honor my life. It doesn't mean instead of fighting for your life, you just sit back and surrender. It means I honor my life, moving through me, all life moving through me. And I have that part of me that totally honors it and will not sell myself out to anybody else. I won't be a people pleaser. I won't take care of everybody else first. War comes from letting others dictate who you are. And we do that in little ways all the time, don't we? Okay? Deciding what we should do. Oh, well, so-and-so would, or yeah, they would like me better, or I'd feel like I belonged, or, all these unconscious things that make us feel as though we have to do something in order to feel connected to others. But really, we're looking for connection to something larger. I honor the life that I am. I honor the source of universal power, which is creation and love that is present. So let's go back a few years. 2 years ago, a pandemic started, probably started way before that, just like this war started a long time ago in history. And we honored those who were the heroes to us, the frontline workers. We honored a lot that was going on, and we loved and had compassion for everybody in the world together, right? But honoring is what I want to focus on. Honoring those who honored their life and honored the life of all and the unified field of all. And so they so-called put their lives on the line, but that's not how they felt. They weren't sitting there going, my life's on the line, my life's on the line. I'm here because I love humanity. I want to assist. I want to be part of a purposeful life. And I am dedicated to that. That's what people did. That's called hero, but it's really, for them, it was like, this is what is mine to do. Now we have that in Ukraine, and we have that in Poland and various other places, saying this is mine to do. And the people in Ukraine, as an example, are very dedicated to their sense of country, their independence, their purpose, their sense of honoring their life, and their sense of collective and unified field, which is their country, right? We honor them for that. That's beautiful. So more that we can do for them is to honor our own life and what is valuable to us now, and now. You see, this is one of the steps you can take. Another is to ask yourself, where am I warring in myself? I had to ask myself, why am I fighting for my life here? Whoa, slow your roll. You're not going to die, right? Okay. Where are you fighting for your life? And where are you at war in yourself? I was working with a client who was at war in herself. The battle we carry all the time, which is, I don't want to be alone, so I will overextend myself to somebody else so I belong, or I'm not alone. But a part of me wants to honor who I am and what I need and want in this moment, what is valuable to me. And that goes back and forth. So we can have it all when we come from the place of love and honor for what we love. So we're honoring our hearts, our deeper heart space, honoring that, and that is what will take us out of the battle inside of who wins, what survives. Okay, as a people pleaser, as one who's always taking care of others, you could ask yourself, who's in charge of my life right now? You could say, well, no, I just want to be good to them right now. Who's in charge of your life? It's not about whether you say no or not. It's who's in charge of your life. Saying yes to honoring self and what is in charge, which is your connection to a universal potency within you. Okay, so you can still have love and freedom to be all that you are. Okay, when you know you have all that you need and all is well inside you, you send that out into the world, don't you? I have everything I need. I honor the life moving in me, which is a universal source. And you are at home with peace in your heart. We're going to do a little meditation in a moment to help you with that feeling for sure. And you're not so overwhelmed by the other people, other things, and the noise in the world. So that becomes a war. I want my space, but there's all this noise out there, and I need to listen to it. The reason you need to listen to it is because underneath there's this feeling of I'm fighting for my life. I need to know what's going on. I need to know what's going on. I feel these things. They're out there. You're fighting for your life if you're doing that. So if you honor the life that you are, then you see what's going on in the noise in the world with a sense of wisdom and going perspective and perception. You go, oh yeah, I get that. This is a long-held battle. And this huge, grand transformation we are in is being able to honor what's true and right. Light is our greatest asset. Honoring that moving through us. And that's the perspective that we want. Okay. There was something else I was going to speak about. I want to make sure. Oh, yeah. 2 things. There will be more tears. There will be more battles. I'm sorry, this is not the last one. We know that. So it's really, really important for us to learn how to work in those warring situations and not be on fight or flight in our life. And if you feel tears, despair, I don't know what to do, you take your beautiful hand, you put it on your heart. You don't just go, I don't know what to do, so I'm going to send light to them. You put that on your hand. I understand. I bring you peace. I understand. I bring you peace. You see, you take care of the feeling that you're feeling inside you. It's not about the Ukrainians all the time. It's about the feeling inside of you. And you can offer way more peace if you take care of this inside. The other piece you can do is remember that right now there are millions of people around the world holding light, love, and honor, which is a part of power and respect for what is going on that is bringing forth light in the world. You are not alone. So don't get caught in your tears of personal despair, even though you may have lifetimes of old war trauma, lifetimes of suffering. It's like, now I have understanding from people around the world who can help me in this moment. And I hold that in my heart. And you can also hold in your heart that sense of there are beings outside of the earth plane, beautiful beings everywhere, that are holding a space of radiant light and honoring what wants to come forward in this transformational process. So for a moment, we're going to do a quick meditation as we're talking about this sense of inspired, active peace. I want you to imagine that there's an angel or a being standing in front of you who is your representation of the honoring of peace, the energy of honoring peace. It holds that all the time. That takes some energy, doesn't it, to hold peace? It's not just a flat line or place. It's a, I'm going to hold radiant light of peace and inspired peace within me. Imagine that angel being in front of you, holding that. And then feel that beautiful representation in front of you, handing you a crystal, whatever color, shape, size, whatever that is. They're handing it to you to place in your heart, honoring you for the life of peace that you wish to bring forward, which is the light of peace through that crystal shining in your heart. Take that crystal, put it in your heart. I vow to hold that light as a peaceful warrior for all life that I honor. And I will keep that crystal in my heart as a representation of the potency of light energy that I love and hold sacred. I will hold it in my sacred heart. Honor it above all else. And then I will ask that crystal, when I have a moment of making a choice, what I do with my energy, what would be best for this crystal of honoring peace and the light of peace in this moment. And then take a moment to thank that beautiful angel of radiant light of peace before you for holding this eternally. Thank all the beings around invisibly around the earth holding this, honoring of life always winning. And then thank all the millions of people as part of humanity in this David and Goliath moment, who are so-called the Davids of the world, coming up with inspired light action, even though it always seems as though the power of overpowering, misuse of power, dictating, authority, all of that always wins. Not this time. Creative solutions abound in your heart of hearts. Thank you so much, each one, for your radiant expression of peace in this moment. We are together.